Lately, Fish has been the #1 requested game that you guys have wanted me to make videos on. And well, I have been playing it for honestly quite a while. I've actually, if I go to my stats over here, in here, you will see that I have played the game for around 38 hours of playtime. Now, I've actually gone ahead and completely beat everything. Like, there is literally nothing left for me to do in this game. Plus, I have 3 million coins left. And I have no idea what to do with the coins. But today I wanted to provide you guys with a guide of really how I got here, as well as everything you need to do and everything you should get to speed up that process. And I will say, to start off the game, the only thing I recommend you guys doing is getting a boat. Now, there is like a level requirement that you have to get here. I think it's like level 5 or something. So if you have not done the tutorial, bro, just do it and get a boat. That's all you need for the first step. But personally, I spent actually a lot of my time grinding at the Forsaken Shores. Especially if you're more on the beginner end side of the player base, you definitely want to take advantage of the Forsaken Shores, because that is the best area in the game if you don't have a very good rod. There is stuff that you want to do here, but ignore that and just climb your way up all the way kind of to the top, but not all the way, because you're only going to this waterfall over here, bro. And you can actually make so much from this area. It's kind of ridiculous. I've made like 100k an hour at the very most from this area alone. But this area you can fish in, and it honestly does have some pretty good fish that you can get. Now, I do have the best rod here, so it's gonna obviously be a lot easier for me to catch it than anybody else. So yeah, you can get some pretty good fish. And actually, if you go ahead and I show you guys the index, there is a certain fish that's really good. Oh my god, get off my screen. This thing, bro, the Captain's Gold Fish is actually insane, because this gives you so much money inside of this area, as well as XP. It helps you progress a lot through here, and you basically just want to do this till you can afford a certain rod that I'm about to show you. The rod that you actually want in particular is going to be the steady rod. That is actually inside my inventory, I believe. Yeah, as you can see, I already have one, and I actually have hasty on this because this is really good. And it does say insanely stiff and strong, can withstand immense pressure and tension, increases your shake UI size, bro. And this is a really good starter thing. As you can see, I've caught like 300 fish with this, so I've used it pretty frequently. And the best of all, it increases or lowers the lure speed, which is actually not a good thing, but since the range is becoming a lot bigger, it helps. But it has increased luck, it has a little bit of control, resilience, as well as a pretty high max kg. This is really good for grinding in this area, and I think you can actually buy this in the starter area, if I'm correct. So Moosewood should be the place you want to do this in. Let me go ahead and make sure. No, oh my god. Okay, no, I was wrong. You actually want to come over here to this area where I think this is Roslet Bay. Yes, you want to come to Roslet Bay and talk to this guy over here. He actually has a lot of fishing rods that he sells at this island, and some are pretty high priced, but I'm telling you guys, the only one you need is the steady rod or even the rapid rod, but I think the steady is way better. It's cost 7,000, and you will be able to get that so fast if you're grinding in the Forsaken Shores. Now, when you get this rod is when you really want to start changing things up. And perfect timing, because a strange whirlpool has just opened right over there. The strange whirlpool is actually leading you to the best area inside of the game. Now, I will say, if you have never gone inside of it, you want to stay up here, because if you have a radar, which you can also get right off on the spawn island at Moosewood, it lets you see every fish that you have like a radar for, and one of them is the isonade, which is guaranteed and very high chance outside of the whirlpool. So if you are to fish here, there's a good chance that you get this isonade, and you're gonna need it for what I'm about to explain in a second. But did we get it? No. Okay, so it's not guaranteed, but it's still pretty high chances. I definitely recommend getting the radar, because it will help you for everything inside of the whirlpool. But as soon as you do that, you want to go ahead, jump in. Now, I will say, make sure that the whirlpool has like this beam coming out of it, because if it does not and you jump in, bro, you're going to die. So here we go. Let's jump right in. When you go in, you land at the Vertigo. This area is a kind of a multi-step process because it does take a while to go fully through it and especially get to these abyssal rod of the depths thingy. Now, if you do want to get another rod before you end right here, you technically can, and this will help you in the process a lot, which I will explain in just a minute. But firstly, to show you that you need to jump all the way down to the bottom. Don't worry about taking fall damage or anything. Just jump down, bro. Then what you need to do is actually finish the index for the Vertigo. The Vertigo index is right here, and it consists of a lot of stuff. The hardest one is this stupid rubber ducky, bro, but it's very annoying to catch. For some reason, this is a pretty hard thing to get. Now, I will say you're also gonna need a depths key for what I'm about to show you, and to get the night shrimp as well as the spider fish. You need to get these from like cages. Or actually, I think it's only the night shrimp that you're gonna need a cage for. But if you do buy some cages off of the spawn island, which I don't have any, you can access this area. But after you collect everything, you're going to need to get that rod, which I also need to get, I believe, because I don't think I have a rod in my inventory, or a depths key, sorry. You're going to need a depths key, and I don't think I actually have one, so let's go ahead and try to get one. Come on. Is my luck here today, bro? Because so far, we've not gotten it. You're also going to get bait crates like these, which are good. Don't sell them, though. I would actually recommend you guys use them, because sure, you can make some money off of selling it, but you really don't need to. Bro, what the heck is happening to my little ghost, bro? Why is he up there? Hold on, let me try re-equipping the rod. I had to re-equip my rod, but that was really weird, bro. You definitely want this guy to be by your side, but you can only get him having the best rod in the game, which I am showing you guys how to get to it as well. But bro, I cannot get a single depths key. That is all I need to access this next area, man. Come on. Nope, my little ghost isn't catching one either. Oh, there is the rubber ducky. This is what I'm talking about, because not that this guy is really hard to pull, but his progress speed is way slower. You have a 70% slower progress speed, so when you do lose your catch, you're kind of going to be losing a lot of progress. So make sure you're on your A game with this one, bro, because he is pretty difficult to catch. And there we go. Sometimes it's gonna move a lot too, but luckily that time it did not. And there it is. That is the key that we need. And this one is 10% progress speed, which really does not make that big of a difference. And there we go. We got the key, and we got a big one too. When you actually finish your bestiary for this area, or like your little index, and you get one of these keys, you can access a secret area. That secret area is right here. Well, it's not really secret considering there's a huge door. But if you take out your key, which I just got right here, and go ahead and talk to this guy, he will give us access to the dark realms, or I forgot what they call it down here, but I think it's just called the depths. And there we go. I have opened the door. That's because I have my mastery, or my bestiary, as well as this completed. And there we go. You can progress through here. Now, be careful because there's a parkour. This parkour right here is not really difficult to do, but you just have to make sure you keep jumping because the rocks do fall down behind you. And you want to go ahead and do it quick. Oh! And now, welcome to the best area inside of the game called the depths. There is the best fish inside of the game that is located in this area, and it's only in this area. Now, to actually get where we want to go, I'm going to go ahead and activate the scuba gear and stuff like that, which I will show you guys how to get in a second. Don't worry if you don't have it. I will tell you how. Now, we need to progress all the way over there. So, there is certain spots you actually want to farm in here. Most important of all, I really recommend you guys use these docks over here. Especially this one right here, because you can get something on your radar to spawn here that gives you the mythic inside this area called the Ancient Death Serpent. This is a massive money maker, so it is very good. And this does only happen when the depths do turn dark, which is a fairly rare event. But if I just go ahead pull one thing right here, there we go, the 3-die fish, and well, actually that one isn't really the best example. Hold on. There we go. We got what we need. There he is, the goblin shark, I believe. And this thing sells for a lot, man. I only have a few fish in my inventory, but if I go ahead and sell, you will see we have just made $2,000 off of 21 fish, but mostly it was just one. I really do recommend grinding with friends or in public servers because people can launch like double server luck for you, or sometimes you can actually get people to even do an aurora totem, which is this thing right here. And where is it? Right here, this aurora totem. And this adds a lot of luck to your server. But for anybody new coming to this area, it may be pretty hard to get the fish. And that is why I'm going to show you how you can get this Trident rod before you go for the depths one. This rod is actually pretty solid because if I go ahead catch something, and the only problem with it is that you do have to shake. And with my other rod, I don't have to because I can use a rapid catcher bait. But for this one, the good thing is that it actually slashes randomly. And you basically hit crits, which make the speed a lot faster. And it's pretty good for grinding. This is what I used inside of this area over here before I was able to get the best rod in the game. Putting hasty on this rod, though, is going to be very useful. And, you know, just overall a very good thing, especially if you want to catch stuff fast. But there we go. Let's go ahead and sell what we got. It's not going to be the greatest example because I don't have a luck multiplier. But yeah, we made 85 just off of 2. But let me show you how you can make it substantially better. To get access to the Trident rod, you actually need to go to a specific area in the game. And I'm going to go ahead and use my conch to get there because I already have a spawn point set inside of the desolate pocket. Well, as you can tell, it is just in a cave. So let me show you how you even get here. And by that, I can go ahead and just escape through the Sunstone Island. So you want to come to the Sunstone Island. And let me go ahead and get a fish, or not a fish. I need a boat. But you want to go ahead past the island. And by that, I mean going like further away from the center of the map. So that's the center. And you actually want to go past this island and go all the way to the back. Here, you're kind of looking for a buoy because there is something randomly floating on the map that you're gonna need access to. I think you can also actually look under the map, which helps in finding this spot. And I think it might be like somewhere over here. Yes, okay, there it is. So right here, you can kind of see under the map, there is a little area, and as well as this buoy right here. Now, in this buoy, there is the advanced diving gear, which, bro, please buy it, because if you don't, you're not gonna live down there. And what you want to do is literally swim all the way down here. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and use my tidebreaker to make this process a little faster and quicker of me getting here. Come on. But keep in mind, you have limited oxygen, so you need to do this fast. But you want to go ahead and take a right off the bat. There is a left section too, but you don't really need to go there. Just take a right and then swim through it, and make sure you do not hit these bombs because it will be very bad. And then you want to take a left just like so, and boom, you have just arrived here. It's as simple as that. I highly recommend that you guys go all the way over here where the merchant kind of is and talk to the guy standing next to the merchant right here and set your spawn point. You can basically just ask him how much is it to stay here, $35, and then say sure, you will stay here and you will spawn here every single time. There is these tiebreakers and stuff that I highly recommend you guys buy if you have the opportunity to, because they are very useful and good. There's also a conch, which basically just teleports you back to your spawn point. Now, here is the area that a lot of people get confused in on how to get the Trident rod. To get the Trident rod, you actually want to go in the direction of the banded fish. So you want to make sure you're on this side of like the cave. And you want to go ahead, jump in the water and swim down all the way back here. It's going to be a very small opening, but if you swim all the way back here, you will notice there's a small opening right here that you can go right through And this is only one path, so as long as you just follow this, you will end up on the other side. And I think we have made it. You should be greeted by this big eye over here, bro, which will give you access to the rest of the game. Now there's pedestals where you can insert a like kind of a relic, which you just get by fishing, or you could find someone that opens this door for you. Now, to be honest, I did have someone open it for me, so I do not have the bestiary finished. So make sure you have your bestiary finished for this area before you try this. I don't have mine finished, so I can't open it and get the trident rod. But bro, I promise you, the rod is right past this area. There is nothing else you have to do. And when you get the trident rod, you definitely want to go ahead, place an enchant on it if you have some relics. Keep in mind, you can only place enchants on stuff at nighttime, so I actually cannot do it right now. But if you go to the Statue of Sovereignty, you can go ahead, do it here. I mean, bro, these little like trails do kind of lead you right into it, and you just want to go ahead, go past this person and talk to this guy all the way back here, and he will basically let you down the elevator where you can enchant your relic, or enchant your rod, sorry. And when you have done all of this, you can return back into the depths where we originally were and just farm inside of there. Keep in mind, you do need a strange whirlpool, and it's funny how it spawns every single time I'm talking about it. But I hope this video did help you guys out. This is exactly what I did my entire process of grinding this game. So if you're new, come play it with me, and I hope you enjoy it, I guess. If you guys have any questions, definitely comment them down below. And if anybody knows the answers to some of them, go ahead and respond. But I shall continue my grind and just make a lot more money with this little rod right here. By the way, to get this rod, you're going to need a hexed relic as well as an abyssal relic. So it's pretty difficult to do, but when you do, you can get it inside of the depths. If you guys want a specific video on how to do that, since it's a little complicated, let me know and I can go ahead do that for you. But if you enjoyed this video, watch this video on the screen right here. This is one of my favorite videos, and I went ahead and handpicked it for you because I really do think you're going to enjoy it. So hurry up, click it. This video is about to end. Bye.